Question 3, minimum spanning tree question. If you have a quick look through here, you can see a network here. We have one unknown weight on the edge between B and C, so edge BC has a weight of X. It starts off with X equal to 8, and you're asked to use Kruskal's algorithm to find a minimum spanning tree. So we have 5 vertices, so it's always n minus 1 edges for a minimum spanning tree where there are n vertices. So in this instance we want 4 edges. With Kruskal's we select starting with the smallest. So if we start off by putting the 8 down for X there, look around, the smallest is 5, so I'm going to use that edge first. You do need to list them. The next smallest is the one between A and E, which is 6. So listing them in the order that you write them down. Next smallest is the 7 between B and E. And finally, we would use the 8 between B and C. It asks you to draw the minimum spanning tree. Well, you can draw it as it is there if you want. That would be plenty. If you want to put the weights on, there's no harm in doing so. But you wouldn't lose marks if you didn't. You do need this information here. The length of the minimum spanning tree, well, that's simply adding these values up. So 8 plus 5, 13, plus 7, 20, 26. For part B, it says Alice draws the same network but changes the value of X. She correctly uses Kruskal's and CD is included. So X now has a different value, so we'll cross out the 8, and instead of this here we now use that edge there. That edge has a weight of 10. So if we follow the algorithm through using Kruskal's the way we did it before, first we pick the 5, then the 6, then the 7. We reject the 8 here because it makes a cycle, and the 9, and we include the 10. That means this unknown edge here must have a value of either 10 or bigger. If it is 10, there's nothing wrong with choosing this one and not that one. So it could be 10. If it's more than 10, we would obviously choose CD. So part 1, explain why X cannot be equal to 7. It would be in the minimum spanning tree if weight was 7. Write down an inequality. X has got to be at least 10. It's equal to 10, we could choose CD first. It doesn't matter, remember, with Kruskal's, either would work. If it's greater than 10, we would pick CD. And that's it, 7 marks.